Krstić, the veteran for Serbia, on the right, and Ibrahim on the left. So Krstić will come off the bench today. Johnny, as a player, did you like that role? Did you like sometimes the coach said, listen, we're going to bring you in as a sixth man and let you get used to the game perspective from the bench?
Well, you see that more and more. You see some of the better players coming off the bench nowadays. Most important is who's finishing the game. These guys are professionals. There are some advantages coming off the bench. You get to read the game, you get to see the flow. A lot of times you're playing against the other team's second unit, so there are some advantages coming off the bench. Also, from the other standpoint, in this situation, Krstić comes off the bench, he gets really some confidence being able to start the game. He probably will feel a lot better.
Well, good afternoon and welcome everybody to Granada, Spain. Welcome to the FIBA World Cup 2014. It's game day one here in Group A, and we're underway. First possession to Serbia as they square off in the opening game against Egypt. The first attempt at the basket's off the mark. Yusuf Shusha with a long rebound. Push the ball down the floor. Early look for El Gamel. His shot is wayward off the mark. Here's Bogdanovic in the open court. Forward to Markovic. Shot rattles in and out, but Besirovic there to lay it up and in.
Besirovic stayed with the action. Missed the shot and get an open look earlier, but he's staying with it. That's a key play for him to get some confidence going forward.
So Serbia with the opening account. Man-to-man defense. The Egyptians try to unlock. Joseph kicks to Badir. Badir's shot is off. So two looks from Badar and El Gamel, both misses. Not a good early indication for the Egyptians. Markovic touch pass inside. And Bridget Lusta lays it up and in.
Very good hand by Revolution. Anywhere near the basket, he's dangerous, and we saw Markovic give him a great look there.
Egypt in their man offense. Into the hands of YL Badar. Shusha, top of the key. There's the mismatch from the screen and roll. Move to El Gamel. He'll go baseline. Rami Ibrahim lets fly. That shot off the mark. So 3 shots and 3 misses for the Egyptians. Good hustle play by El Gamel. El Gamel takes a look at a 3. That is off the mark. Johnny, 2 attempts by El Gamel, neither of them close.
Yeah, he's rushing the shot there. We saw both misses.
Bogdanovic from the corner. His shot off the mark. So both teams struggling from the perimeter with their 3-point attempts.
This is typical. It's the first game of the competition. A lot at stake. These basically want to feel each other out now. Find a rhythm on the floor. You see some good ball play. They're looking, they're shooters, so they're going to get the shots.
As the saying goes, shoot to get hot, shoot to stay hot. Shooter's mentality. Here's El Gamel. Got on. Gamel wants to inside, doesn't get it. Shot clock under 10. Badar kicks. That's a deep 3 by Heistem, and that shot's off the mark. But we've got possession here for Serbia. Bogdanovic calls the play in the open court. Stefan Markovic, top of the key for Serbia. That's a high screen and roll. Keeps his dribble alive and then just ghosts down the lane. Raduljica with a push inside.
That's good. You like to see that if your coach is aggressive, going to the basket, going to the offensive rebounds. It's going to be a key for Egypt. Be on the date, keep big guys off the board. They're at a size disadvantage. Serbia's bigger. But that's exactly what Egypt has to do to lock out.
As a coach, you don't mind those fouls. Guys hustling, trying to get offensive rebounds. You can live with that.
Exactly. You want to see the aggression. Serbia got one of their baskets. The first basket was off an offensive rebound. So you like to see them going to the basket. Egypt has to do a good job protecting
Some pressure up the floor by Markovic. Press up the floor by Serbia. Nadia makes the entry pass for Egypt. Ibrahim strolls right down Main Street. Count it. We get our first and 1 here of the afternoon.
Hey, look at this play. I hope we see the replay. Nice pass fake, drew the contact and finished through the contact. See your big man here coming at the action. Fakes the pass to the corner. Is able to continue and follow. Finish that play as a chance for a 3-point play.
Great to see that mobility from a post player who can put it on the deck and go to the basket, but Ibrahim misses the and 1. Egypt finally with their first basket. It comes when we've got close to 3 minutes played here in the opening game.
Foul away from the ball on that play.
Foul on Yusuf Shusha. He's got the difficult task of trying to keep Bogdanovic from scoring.
Yes, we see Bogdanovic is posting up now. He can score inside too. Great length. Nice pass.
Terrific pass by Bogdanovic to Raduljica, who lays it up and in. Raduljica with 4 points, Johnny, and he's got him from within 2 feet of the basket.
That's where you want him to shoot. He's got great hands. He can finish from there. Doesn't get up above the rim. He finishes below the rim, but he's capable.
Shusha. His pass, terrific screen and roll offense. What a terrific feed by Yusuf Shusha.
Great execution, great roll, great finish. He's able to catch the ball and finish. Excellent play by Egypt.
Egypt will take some confidence from that play. He is settled into their half-court offense. Markovic. Markovic again uses the high ball screen. Bedocevic in and out, wouldn't fall for him. And great hustle play by Nikola Kalinic, who's on the floor for Serbia. Johnny, that's what he does, Kalinic, all the little things to help you win.
That's right, yeah. He's coming in from the perimeter, keeping that ball alive, gets his team an extra possession.
Markovic moves it on one more pass. Shot clock down under 10. Raduljica, mid-range jumper from the baseline, no good. And lo and behold, it's Kalinic who powers it up. Johnny, he's a guy you love to have on your team. He does the dirty things, he gets loose balls, and this time he gets an offensive rebound, he gets a trip to the line.
Exactly, crashing the board from the perimeter. He's the three-player, he's the three-man, but he's been around the basket. And again, Egypt is going to have to really focus on keeping all the players off the board. We see a very tall Serbian team here, especially with Bogdanovic and Markovic in the backcourt. We've got some tall players in this lineup. Egypt's at a size disadvantage. They're going to have to put a body on the guys.
Well, Kalinic was with the team at the European Championships in Slovenia last summer. Very well, maybe carving himself out a permanent position in the Serbian team. He makes both free throws, extends the lead to 8-4. Again, pressure the ball off the floor. 62 seconds off the shot clock. Trying to unsettle Egypt because of the press. El Gamal finally got it going, Johnny. Good sign for the Egyptian fans.
It's very important that they get their shots going from the outside. They're very difficult to defend.
Markovic gets away with, could have been a travel. Raduljica going to work inside. He powers it up and in and one.
So some nice footwork there. Leon drew the contact, was able to spin, use the contact actually to his advantage. Again, he's not getting high off the ground, but he's able to finish because he's so big. He's got such a large frame.
Foul on Haitham Kamal. And one here for Raduljica. There's the three from El Gamal, and that's a great sign for the Egyptian team.
Great execution of freedom up with a nice screen.
Real shooter's mentality, Johnny, because his first two shots weren't even close, were they? But he still had the confidence to step up and shoot that one.
Exactly. He has to take those shots for his team.
Here's the exchange between El Gamal and Badar. Badar. He moves so well, doesn't he, without the basketball. But Bogdanovic uses his length. Ibrahim with a three. No good. Gets with a long rebound. Serbia, what a terrific pass inside by Bogdanovic. Raduljica going at it inside. Another offensive rebound. Powers it up. Can't score. The third offensive rebound. And one! Raduljica. Johnny, he takes his hard hat and his lunch pail to work every day.
We see that he ran straight to the rim. Posted up underneath the basket, got the basket. He did not stop until the ball went through the rim. We saw him try with his offhand, his right hand. Saw him try with his left. Just kept going at it.
Well, there was a wry smile from him too as he stepped to the line. Great work. I'm not sure if we're going to see it again, but the thing about it is, Johnny, he just kept the ball high, didn't he? Above his head, kept it away from the smaller players.
That's key. He did not drop the ball below his shoulders.
Vladimir Stimac is going to come in for Raduljica. That's a sign of a good teammate. You get a sub on the bench waiting to come in for you and you make the free throw, huh?
Yes, he knew he was coming in to him. Well, he did a lot of work. Raduljica did a lot of work in that short time. Already 9 points on the board.
That gets across the midcourt stripe. Nice screen. Shusha, look at the great defense by Kalinic. Egypt. Gotta operate with 5 on the shot clock. Right here. In the corner. Elgamel with the floater. Bjelica with the rebound. Serbia come the other way. Great defense by Serbia. Extra pass to the corner. Bogdanovic lets fly. Got it. And Johnny, Serbia deserved that based on the defense they played last trip down the floor.
Yeah, their defense is really generating their offense here. We see them shoot with all the confidence in the world because they feel they can stop Egypt on the defensive end. Bogdanovic just calmly sank that three-pointer from the corner.
Egypt with the largest lead of the game. It's 9 point. I beg your pardon. Now Serbia 9-point lead. Here's the mobility from Ibrahim again. Pass off the mark. Markovic picks up the loose ball. Steemans in the middle. He wants to give it to somebody. He'll give it to Kalinic, and Kalinic finishes. Well, Steemans did the right thing for a big guy. Give it to somebody else in the middle of the floor.
Well, we see the big guys handling for Serbia. We've seen Bjelica earlier and Steemans there, passing the ball, running the floor. I'd like to see that.
First fast break basket of the app. 18-7, a double-digit lead for the Serbs. Staying there, set, fluidity. Pass maybe just a little bit unselfish there by Ibrahim. He had a mid-range jumper from the baseline. Bjelica with a 2. And Johnny, I think Egypt need a timeout. This is a great timeout. Egypt find themselves down by the score of 20-7. We're going to take a break here from Granada as both teams go to the benches.
Da vidimo ako igraju zonu. Ako ne igraju zonu, Simonović, Jović i ovaj preuzimanje hvata.
Welcome back to Granada. Welcome back to game day 1 here in the FIBA World Cup 2014. And you saw there fleetingly from behind. Bjelica, one-man wrecking crew for the Serbs as they have a comfortable 13-point lead over Egypt. So coming out of the timeout, Egypt with possession. And Johnny, that's definitely a good timeout by the Egyptian coaching staff as they get the ball across the half-court stripe.
They're struggling against Serbia's length, and Serbia's pressure defense is really causing a lot of problems.
Got a foul away from the basketball. So the Serbs, particularly defensively, have gone into some rotation. Simonovic in the game for Serbia. Steemans, we know, has just come back in, and Milos Teodosic has come into the game as we look at this replay of that foul off the ball.
Serbia's, look at the pressure defense. Their pressure, that's only the 13th foul so far. They've used their fouls extremely well so far.
El Sabah, the number 10 for Egypt, takes over point guard duties. Gendi, number 5. That's a deep 3. And that 3, Johnny, really, not by design, but because the Serbs' pressure just pushing Egypt away from the basket.
You mentioned it earlier, Leon, that Markovic does such a good job pressuring the ball in the backcourt. And Egypt is left with such limited time, and they're a team that likes to work the ball around, find the open man. They have not had time to get those open looks. They've been rushed into shots, and they've missed many shots.
Alley-oop over the top by Teodosic to Simonovic, just off the mark. So Egypt puts the ball down the floor. Elgamel, little head fake. He'll kick. Good basketball by Egypt. And El Sabah knocks down it.
That's their battle to do. If they can find some openings, they're very good at kicking and finding the open man. And they're capable of making those shots if they have time.
Good inside-out play. Good feed by Elgamel. Bjelica pulls the trigger. An early 3. That won't fall. Last touch out of bounds by Serbia. So Egypt with a chance to carve into this 10-point deficit they face as Serbia have got Egypt doubled up 20-10. defense by Simonovic. Look how far the basketball has to come from the basket on the ball reversal. Rami Ibrahim with a travel. The Serbians, Johnny, really imposing themselves physically on defense on the Egyptians.
You can really feel the pressure they're playing with. The pressure defense they're applying, their link is really causing a lot of problems with the Egyptians.
Jovic at the point. Stefan Jovic. Serbia. Teodosic to the top of the key. Wants a high screen from Stimac. Tries to feather the pass inside. It's a turnover. Egypt need to get some stops like that to get themselves back in it. Don't come out. Just dribble a line. Now he's got the mismatch with Bjelica. Inside out dribble. Great read by Jovic, who anticipated the pass. Gendy's mid-range shot will fall. Teodosic with the rebound. Scrappy passes to play there from Teodosic. Johnny, you mentioned it when we were off air. His timing isn't quite there yet, Teodosic. He didn't practice yesterday with the team.
Yeah, he's coming off an injury, and definitely he's going to need some time to find his rhythm. But he's such a winner. He's such a champion. He'll get it. He'll need some time, and we see also Percy's coming into the game. Those two players are going to be key if they want to go far in the tournament.
Two veterans for Serbia, Krstic and Teodosic respectively. Shout is out of the arena as Krstic came in. Played so many times for Serbia. Here's El Gamal, found space, pulls the trigger, count it. And he has a look at Krstic. Does El Gamal, he's fired up. He's got Egypt within 7. As we have less than 1 to play here in the first quarter. Bjelica on the wing. Now Krstic looks to get a touch inside. Bjelica to the rack and he's fouled.
You have to respect Bjelica when he has the ball on the perimeter because we know he has great range. But he's also capable of putting the ball on the floor. Very good ball handling for his size. He also can pass off those drives. Really complete, versatile offensive player.
Bjelica stands 6'10", 2'9". Right, Johnny, perimeter player, he can step away from the basket on the floor, so good player, as you quite rightly say. Knocks down the first free throw. Randy Bjelica plays for Fenerbahce. One for 2 from the line. So Egypt should rightly get the last possession here. Gets the for a strike. Bjelica gambles on a pass. That opens up a 3 for Ibrahim. He can't make it. Teodosic is going to push the floor for Serbia. Surveys to the corner. Krstic goes up strong, can't convert, keeps it alive. Sabah with the heave and hope. So we've got our first quarter of play in the book here. Grenada in Group A. Serbia imposing themselves on Egypt to score 21-13. Look at some statistics, Johnny, that break down the first quarter, early days. Anything there that jumps out at you?
Well, of course, we're looking at three-point shooting of Egypt. They're good shooters, so we're going to see them take a lot of shots, but so far they've only 3 out of 11, not taking too many shots from inside the arc.
And it's 4 turnovers for Egypt. That's emblematic of the pressure defense the Serbs are imposing on them. Sadly, 2 turnovers for Serbia, and they come both at the hands of Teodosic, a guy you'd think is usually pretty careful with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he got caught in the air a few times with nowhere to go with it, but he's going to be fine. We see some sparks from Egypt. We've seen them executing a few plays. When they're open, they're going to hit those 3-pointers. Serbia will not be able to relax. They're going to have to continue with their pressure defense, make things difficult on Egypt, impose their will, use their length.
Some of Raduljić's points, he had a terrific opening start. But the Serbian team is so deep at that position, Johnny. Imagine now you bring Nenad Krstic off the bench. You know, Bjelica comes in off the bench. Vladimir Stimac comes in off the bench. So.
Teodosic coming off the bench.
Yeah, unbelievable. Well, the atmosphere here in the arena, music is blaring. We've got Serbian flags around us. The Serbs always support their basketball team wherever they are in the world. And certainly the Serbs giving a good account of themselves early on. But Johnny, if you're Egypt, I think you just want to stay in this as long as you can and just try to sneak it at the end.
Yeah, this is a dangerous team. Egypt, if they can stay close, they're capable of going on runs. Actually, they've got a lot of players that are capable of shooting three-point distance. Move the ball very well. They're still in this game.
Attempted 11 threes, basically 1 per minute in the first quarter. That gives you an idea of how perimeter-oriented their game is. Serbs getting hands in the passing lanes. Here's El Gandhi with a spin dribble. Oh, the head fake gets Krstić off his feet. Krstić going to get called for the foul here.
Smart play by Gandhi there. He goes in there. He's at a size disadvantage, but he got those guys up in the air, was able to draw some contact. He got hit on the forearm there, his left forearm.
Head and shoulders fake. Defenders off their feet. There's Krstić responsible for the foul. Here's Arm Gende. Plays in the Egyptian Super League. The Jazeera club. This is the first free throw. Makes the second. You know, Johnny, I think Egypt have to play as close to a flawless game as they can. Need to make free throws, minimize turnovers to have any chance for the upset today.
Yeah, again, the key is they're going to have to keep this Serbian team away from the basket. They're at a size disadvantage. Keep them off the offensive boards.
Staying man-to-man defense. Bjelica pushed on the deck. Check out Bogdanovic, who's just checked back into the game. And here's Krstić. He's a great passer from the low post. Look at the sharing of the basketball by the Serbs. You know, Johnny, it's a great fake by Teodosic just to open up the space.
That was an effective face. I think he was going to make that pass. He saw the defense committed early, so he decided to keep it and just calmly sink that three-pointer.
That's good signs for Teodosic as he focuses on scoring account. Serbia still lead by 10. Every minute so far. It's a screen. Sabah. Now Sabah with a deep three. No good. Bjelica clears the boards for Serbia. Here it is in free flow. He'll give it to Simanovic, just strolls it up and in and lays it up for the 82.
We've seen Serbia have a scoring in transition. They're running after getting defensive rebounds and loose balls. Doing a great job sharing the ball, running the floor.
Gandhi with the ball. Little head fake to lose Simanovic. Oh, terrific bounce pass inside. Can't convert, but the flush up and good. Egypt with an easy 2 there, and it's Mustafa Makawi with the flush. Good screen and roll by the Egyptians. They dig in now and try to defend. Bogdanovic off the double screen. Oh, terrific pass to Krstić. And Krstić with a flush of his own.
Nice wraparound pass by Bogdanovic around the defensive player. Got it. Krstić, he's great at getting position underneath the basket.
Sabah. That'll come to the key. Nice backdoor cut. Hytham.
How about that shot? Pass fake there. Nice play.
Yeah, terrific little backdoor cut. Hytham with the spin. Hytham Kamal converts the 2. Not an easy finish. Keeps Egypt at the touch. They trail by 10. 2.5 gone here in the second quarter. Bogdanovic again into Krstić. He's such a focal point of the Serbian offense in the low post when he's on the floor. And Johnny can get called for a little chicken wing here.
Yeah, I think it was a correct call in this situation. Krstić is very good at getting position, and he's tough to defend him single coverage. Here we see with using his left arm. The referee caught that. Canadian referee saw that correctly.
Spot on. The referee on the baseline, and Krstić and Simanovic check out. Markovic back in for Serbia. This is Raduljica and Cevic. Cevic again presses up the floor. El Sabah to the cross half court. Sabah to Gandhi. Touched it last. Deflected by Bjelica, so Egypt have the ball with 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Serbia's not giving them any space whatsoever. They're pressuring every handoff, every pass. They're right there.
Here's Gendy. Hangs in the air, gets it up off the glass. Good work inside, and terrific basket inside. It's again Mustafa Makawi with the flush.
Mustafa doing some work inside, going aggressive after the loose balls, rebounds. We see him finish again with authority.
The Egyptian bench to our left here, Johnny, came to their feet. They're playing with enthusiasm, and they've got to believe they're just down 8. Bogdanovic trying to build on that. That shot off the mark. Andalitsa inside, left-handed jump hook, got it.
Very good hands. You see him finish with a jump hook right there. Good footwork, clears enough space, able to finish.
Good work by Bidercevic too, kept the offensive rebound alive. Here's Gendy from distance. Here's Wayward. Come on with a rebound. Sabah, shot clock at 6, lost the handle. Bogdanovic with it. Raduljica runs the floor. Good spreading of the floor by the Serbs. Raduljica, a low post. He gave it to Percevic, didn't really want it, didn't have his hands ready to catch it.
Surprising with that pass there. It was actually a good pass.
Oh, does it count? Basket will not count. The foul on Bogdanovic, the baseline end-line possession for the Egyptians. Here's a look at the foul, and it did happen clearly before Gendy started his active shooting. We're going to take a break in the action here from Granada as the Serbs call a timeout. The score is 30-20, Serbia with a 10-point lead. Johnny, I just had a quick sneaky look at the rebounding stats, the battle of the boards as we return here to Granada. And at the moment, Serbia with a slender +4 differential, 17-13. The Egyptians are holding their own.
They're holding their own, and it's going to be key for them to stay in the game. Again, if you're Serbia, you definitely want to attack the basket, get the ball inside. I think that's what Sasha Jordan was saying that timeout.
Wael Badar comes back on for the Egyptians. He'll resume at the point. Hand it off to Gendy. Here's Badar, exchanges with Gendy. Gendy lets fly, that's no good. Long rebound, Stefan Markovic comes up with it. Serbia come back the other way. It's a loose ball, Markovic ends up with it, statistician's nightmare. And another turnover. Well, you gotta be quick if you're a statistician to keep up with the turnovers there. Sloppy pass play by both teams now, Badar. Can't find a rhythm on offense. And they're without El Gamel for the first time. Badar, lack of fluency for the Egyptians into the baseline. Shot clock running down at 2. No good. Kalinic with the rebound. Quick outlet to Bogdanovic. Markovic down into Bercevic. Into Kalinic. His shot blocked. Bogdanovic going to retreat on defense. Tough finish. Good finish inside by Sharif Gennady.
Gennady's the smart play there, used his body, got enough space to get the shot off. It could have been an and-one basket. He'll take the 2 points.
Serbia now trying to unlock the zone. Johnny, Egypt come out to show the first zone, and Kalinic goes baseline, and thank you very much.
Just went strong baseline. We saw him aggressively attack the offensive boards. There we see him with the ball in his hands go straight to the basket and finish.
First zone we've seen so far. Just a fleeting look at it. We'll see if Egypt stays in it. Serbia remain in the man-to-man. Great defense by Bercevic. The block. Serbia push. Alley-oop to Raduljica. He can't finish. It's as you were saying, Johnny, just can't get above the rim quite high enough.
No, that's definitely not his strength. He's very good. He usually can finish underneath the rim, but he's going to struggle, trying to throw it up over. just barely can't get there.
Good look by Markovic, but Kalinic showing him how to do it. Says Raduljica, here's what you do.
Well, that was a nice screen by Raduljica that's freed up that clear space there on the baseline.
Ibrahim back in for the Egyptians as Kamal comes out. Ibrahim exchanges with Badar. Elaine kicks to Badar. An extra pass to the corner. Gennady. Ibrahim lets fly with a three, no good. And again, Serbia clear their boards. It's pretty much, Johnny, one and done for the Egyptians.
And they're taking shots at the end of the 24-second clock. They're struggling to get open looks.
Extra pass to the corner. Jovic looks fly, got it. Good team basketball by the Serbians to open up the clean look for Jovic.
Great ball movement. I like those passes. Very unselfish. That's what happens. You get open shots, you're going to make them.
Important 3 minutes here for Egypt. They face a 13-point deficit. They want to stay close before they go into the halftime changing rooms. And this is a foul away from the ball.
Kalinic drew that foul. Just excellent. We're seeing him giving a great effort on both ends of the floor. He just made the extra pass in the last play. We see him using his body here, drawing the foul.
It's Rami Ibrahim. Kalinic just trying to fight through the screen, causing the foul. So the Egyptians, Johnny, come out of the zone straight back to man-to-man defense. Raduljica, Jovic. Jovic skips in the lane. Terrific pass to Bercevic, who lays it up and in.
Great execution of ball movement again. You see players moving without the ball. With the ball, they're finding their open teammates.
Ibrahim picks and pops, gives it to Badar. Gennady wants it, can't get it. Ibrahim probes, a couple dribbles. Nice soft touch from mid-range.
Tough shot off the dribble. Displaying an excellent touch.
Ibrahim with 6 points so far. Kalinic to Markovic. Markovic to the corner, but his pass knocked out of bounds. A good play defensively by Elaine.
That's a good read by Bidic. He wasn't able to finish that pass, but he was looking for an open teammate. Egypt did a good job of recovering defensively.
With the score 37-24, we'll take a break in the action. This is FIBA World Cup 2014.
اسمعني خلي بالك من الباك سكرين ده اهو كده اهو خلاص سيب الراجل يا دوليا بيرجع
Well, Johnny, that's a surprising statistic to see Egypt getting 70% of their points from the paint.
Yeah, that is a surprise, especially after that first quarter, the way the game was going. But we saw them convert a couple of offensive rebounds. We've seen them drive to the basket. Looks like they're finding their rhythm, getting a little bit more comfortable in this game.
You had a chat with the Serbian coaching staff before the game, and they were worried about Egypt's perimeter shooting. They're really stepping out. They've done a good job of nullifying that, haven't they? But obviously, you can't take away everything defensively, can you?
Well, that's what happens normally. They're taking away the perimeter. They're going to open up some gaps inside, which you can expect. But I like the defense that Serbia's playing. They're really pressuring the ball. You see everybody's playing physically away from the ball.
Sideline inbounds for Serbia with 3 on the shot clock. Bercevic, nice pass to Raduljica! Up and in. He might have gotten away with a travel.
Again, we see Serbia sharing the ball, coming up with open shots. Great look there, only 4 seconds out.
Certainly the Egyptian coaching staff were crying for a travel, but it's in the book now. Gennady, Gamal bisects the hedge defender. Oh, tough bucket by Ibrahim El Gamal.
Tough play. He went through half the team there, went through traffic and finished that.
Markovic cycles around. Kalinic on the perimeter for Serbia. Markovic, extra pass to the corner. Oh, terrific basketball by Serbia. What a great feed by Jovic. And Vrcevic lays it up and in.
That was a great play. Very few dribbles in that. We saw so many passes, very few dribbles. Moved the ball, got an easy basket close to the rim.
Ibrahim. Markovic gets in the paint. El Gamal. That's better from the Egyptians as they move the basketball, and Gennady knocks down a three. Nice offensive exchange by the Egyptians.
They're showing they know how to move the ball also. We see several players touching the ball. They are not hesitating. They don't have an open look. They're passing the ball to an open teammate.
Less than one to play here in the opening half. Vrcevic for Serbia to Kalinic. Markovic back at the top of the key. Jovic, who's played well for Serbia, and rattles down the mid-range jumper. Egypt now probably, Johnny, with the last possession here of the first half. Serbia lead by 14. Wouldn't the Egyptians love to trim into this lead as we get ready to go into the changing rooms? El Gamal looks eyeball to eyeball with Markovic. There's the high screen. And Markovic with the professional foul.
They're using their foul. They still have one more. Well, that's the fourth team foul.
So good heady play by Markovic, and this will cause the Egyptians to call a timeout. They've got just under 7 seconds to try and conjure up an opportunity in the last possession here in the first half. Take a break from Granada. Welcome back to Granada. You look at some statistics which tell the story. Egypt with 4 offensive rebounds, but the Serbians really imposing themselves on the backboard for the most part, largely due to the play of this man here, Raduljica. Here's some of his points tonight. Shows he can dunk it.
Yes, with a running start there.
And a big smile, as well he should smile after that finish. Well, Johnny, we've got just a shade under 7 seconds. Egypt with the last opportunity to score. Are you looking at one player to get the last shot?
Well, the one thing about Egypt, we've got Ibrahim, we've got a few guys on the court that can score. El Gamal, obviously. I think El Gamal is going to be the one that's going to make the decision to shoot or to pass.
Often the inbounder ends up on the end of things. Pass to Gennady in the corner. That's a quick three. Got it! Oh my heavens!
What a shot.
It might have been out the window as well. Well, my goodness, Johnny, I thought it was a quick release, but what do I know, right?
What a shot and what a way to finish. They go into halftime, they're going to feel a little bit better now, only down by 12 points.
There's the shot.
Clean.
That's clean. Wow, terrific.
Just like he diagrammed.
Great execution by the Egyptians. There's your halftime score. Serbia lead by 12, 43-31. Here are your halftime statistics in the opening game of Group A. Johnny, anything there of note?
Well, we see Egypt, what we talked about earlier, they have to get in more two-point shots, and they've been able to come back into the game.
We focus a lot on the Egyptians trying to unlock the Serbians on defense, but did Egypt need to do anything different defensively to try and dig in a bit more?
Defensively, they definitely have to protect the basket. They have to keep guys like Raduljic away from the basket. They're giving away too many easy baskets around the rim. I think they have to do a better job in transition defense also. Serbia's been able to score in transition.
There you see Raduljic is on track for a double-double with 13 points. He leads all scorers in the gym. And El Gamal, unsurprisingly, leads every category for the Egyptians. He's so important to everything they do. Have you been impressed with what you've seen from him in the first half?
You know, I'm surprised, like you mentioned earlier, this is the first time I've seen Egypt play live. And, you know, they've got some talent. They've got some skills, offensive skills. Serbia's doing an excellent job making life difficult for them. They're doing a great job pressuring the ball, using their length to disrupt Egypt's offense.
We'll take a break here from Granada. Come back and join us in the second half for coverage of this opening game day here in Group A. back to Granada. Welcome back to coverage of the FIBA World Cup 2014. It is game day 1 throughout Spain. We are here in Granada, Group A. And as you mentioned at the outset, this is the group of death. 4 teams from this group in the top 10. The team we're seeing here, Serbia, ranked 11th, so it is a brutal group. It's Egypt versus Serbia. If you're just joining us, welcome. If you're with us from the first half, welcome back. You will know that the Serbs have a comfortable 12-point margin. We're looking here inside the huddle of Egypt, who made the final 3-pointer to send both teams into the change room, and that'll certainly send the Egyptians into the half-court change room with some confidence, John.
Oh, definitely. Serbia knows they cannot leave anybody open from this Egyptian team. Just very accurate shooting from 3 when they have time, when they have space. They've been shooting with a high percentage from deep range.
Well, Serbia will come out first. They'll come out with Teodosic, Jovic, Stimac, Kalinic, and Bjelica. If you're just joining us, it's Serbia in the red, Egypt in the white. Egypt have got El Gamal, Shusha, Kamal, Badar, and Rami Ibrahim. First possession to the White Eagles of Serbia against the Pharaohs of Egypt. Jovic, oh, good block. As the help side rotates around, terrific block by Haitham Kamal.
He got there quickly to negate that interest of the basket.
Pass over the top to Jovic with 15 on the shot clock for the Serbians. Bjelica into Stimac. Kalinic, his pass deflected out of bounds by El Gamal. Terrific defense by the Egyptians.
The ball went inside and their defense sagged. Stimac had to throw the ball back out to the perimeter.
Teodosic has to let fly as the shot clock's running down. He draws front rim. Stimac with the offensive rebound for the Serbians. That'll take the wind out of the sails of the Egyptians, who had a good defensive exchange that possession. Teodosic. Oh, Johnny used his body so well. Just drove into the defender, stepped back, created space, and knocked down the mid-range jumper.
Yeah, it looks like he's capable of doing whatever he wants to do on the floor. You see him so comfortably handling the ball, getting to where he wants to, getting to the spot that he wants, and he's able to convert from close range.
El Gamal flashes back to the ball, top of the key for the Egyptians. Guarded closely by Jovic. Kamal picks, pops. Had a clean look, didn't pull the trigger, and now Egypt have got all kinds of problems. And that is emblematic of some of the defense we saw from the Serbians in the first half as well.
Yes, that's true. We've seen quite a few shots by Egypt going up as the shot clock's going off. They've had to rush a lot of their shot attempts.
Teodosic, by contrast, with a clean look, his shot off the mark. El Gamal snaffles the rebound. Kalinic almost intercepts the pass to Badar. Now it's 5-on-4 for the Egyptians. Can they press their advantage? El Gamal strolls down the lane, stripped by Bjelica. A good defensive play by Nemanja Bjelica. John, Egypt fleetingly had a 5-on-4. They just couldn't find an open man to get a clean look.
I thought Serbia did a great job in their defensive transition there. They were rotated, they covered, they were down a man, but they were able to cover and get to the ball and protected all the passes also.
Stimac from the high post. Tough move. Vladimir Stimac just powers it up and in as he imposes himself physically on the Egyptian defender.
This larger body, taller body is able to. Ibrahim's going to need some help from his teammates on that when they get the ball so down so low.
Here's Kamal. Nice jump hook. Just wayward. Did everything right, Johnny, except for the finish.
Well, I think what's happening here, we're seeing on both ends of the floor, Egypt seems to be rushing because they're not accustomed to the length that they're going up against Serbia.
Jovic at the point for the Serbians. Bjelica trying to find Stimac inside. And this is the Achilles heel of Rami Ibrahim. He is foul prone. Just fighting for position. Foul from behind. This will force the Egyptian coaching staff to our left to go to the bench. Bjelica, Teodosic exchanges the ball quickly. Kalinic. There's a player who's impressed you, John.
Yes, I like this first half. I like him on both ends of the court. We see him knock down another open 3. But again, Serbia very few dribbles, moving the ball, passing quickly. Very difficult to defend.
Jovic really playing hard-nosed defense against Badar. Ibrahim with a show and go, and Bjelica closes down his space. Terrific perimeter defense by Bjelica. The foul again on Rami Ibrahim. How many times have you seen it, John? The substitute is right in front of us, coming on for Ibrahim, and he makes another foul.
That's right. It's too bad for the Egyptian team. Ibrahim's so important to this team.
And that is his fourth, John. So the sub was waiting for him when he had 3, and he commits a foul about 60 feet from the basket. I'll give it coach nightmares. Teodosic again into the low post to Stimac, who's become a focal point of the Serbia offense.
Yes, that's a point of emphasis, definitely for Coach Djordjevic. Wants to get the ball inside. They've been very effective once they get inside. They've shot from they shoot from a very high percentage inside the paint. 14 for 21, 67% in that first half.
Makawi has checked in for Egypt. He replaces Ibrahim. And Egypt might be showing a bit of zone here.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's a 2-3 even front zone. Into the short corner, Kalinic with another travel. Well, the referees are still warming up as well, but officially it's a basket inside for Bjelica.
Kalinic said the presence of mind to make a nice pass off of that move.
There's a new man in the game for Egypt. Mustafa Makawi. El Gamal, let's fly. Wouldn't fall for him, but that's a better offense for the Egyptians. El Gamal with a clean look. Bjelica in the open floor, inside out dribble, just lost it. Now can Egypt break? El Gamal in the wing.
Corner 3 coming up here.
Shusha. Foul here by Bjelica on the basketball on Yusuf Shusha.
Serbia's doing a good job of defending in transition. They were able to pick up the Egyptian players, not giving any clean looks.
I got a bit of coach speak for you, John. My coach in high school used to say, when you're in transition D, you're responsible for nobody because you're responsible for everybody.
Exactly.
Just get back and identify the nearest threat.
You must, first thing, you have to stop the ball. Number 1 rule, stop the ball, you get back in defense. Exactly. It does not matter. You do not have anybody, you have everybody.
Simonovic comes into the game for Serbia. A terrific inbounds play by the Egyptians. And they've got a goaltending call here. And that's a great way to manufacture points, executed to a team.
Foul on Stimac.
So the foul's on Stimac. The basket will not count. I thought it was a goaltending call. See if we can see it here again. And the foul on Stimac. So this will send Hytham come out to the free throw line to throw it twice. Kamal plays his basketball for the Al Ittihad club in Alexandria, Egypt. He was a member of the Egyptian team that won the silver medal in the African Championships last summer, makes both free throws. Serbia just ratcheting things up. They have a 19-point lead. That is their largest lead of the game so far. Oh, nice touch pass by Jovic to Stimac. Terrific. It's a basket by Stimac, but it was manufactured on a terrific pass by Jovic.
Jovic and also Teodosic got into the paint, collapsed, the defense collapsed, kicked it back out. Serbia playing unselfish basketball, getting the ball inside, finding open looks.
Gamal calls for the basketball. That shot just grazes the front of the rim, just off the mark by Makawi. Great hustle play by the Egyptians, and that'll be the easiest two they get this quarter as Gendy lays it up and in on a steal. Those are the types of plays you need as well, John. You got to get hustle plays and turnovers, easy baskets.
Egypt is playing hard. They've hustled this entire game. They're not giving up.
Bjelica with a little show and go. Leans in, great space for himself. Finished the Baby J. And last touch out of bounds by Serbia. Krstić will check into the game for Serbia, as will Bogdan Bogdanovic. Bjelica did everything right there, John. He created space for himself, just couldn't convert.
Yeah, we see him typically, he makes those shots. Got a very good touch from close and long range.
Kendi, clean look off a screen, got it. Great execution by the Egyptians.
We saw him hesitate there, Liam. He hesitated, got a good look at the basket, and knocked it down. He's made some impressive plays, normally with the ball dribbling. That's the first time we see him with an open look like that. He's able to knock down the three-pointer.
Kendi with 6 points. That's his first 3 of the afternoon. As we pass the midway mark of the third quarter. Egypt trail by 16. Oftentimes the Serbs love to give Krstic touches in the low post. Can't get it to him, so he'll offer himself as a screen for Teodosic, who lost it momentarily. Again, off the screen by Krstic, a little pocket pass. Krstic can't convert. Egypt with a 3-on-3. Elgamel with a crossover dribble. And a foul by Teodosic. What a great pass by Teodosic. Krstic just could not convert it.
Tough pass. How did he get that through that traffic? Krstic was able to come up with the ball, but was unable to finish.
Kovacevic spells Bjelica. Egypt run the same play they did the last time. And once again, Kamal was open, didn't get it. Elgamel decided to go for the 3 instead. Teodosic, how many times do you see that? The Serbs come back and make the Egyptians pay.
No hesitation on that three-pointer by Teodosic, playing with all the confidence in the world.
Teodosic with 8 points so far this afternoon. Turnover for Egypt. Teodosic, hands out in the wing. Oh, another terrific pass by Bogdanovic. John, it's early in the tournament, isn't it? But Serbia is showing some unselfish play, some great passing, some great share into the basketball.
You're right, they certainly are. We see Bogdanovic here pass up an open 3, which he's hit earlier, and he gets the ball to a better, got the ball to the teammate who's better positioned. And Krstic, you know, if he's around the basket, he's going to finish with a high percentage.
And Krstic, kind of new contract with Anadolu Efes. He's in the EuroLeague Final Four last year with CSKA Moscow. They had a heartbreaking loss, didn't they, to Maccabi Tel Aviv. Here's Elgamel with the rebound. He'll call the play. Kamal tries to get the ball in the low post, can't get it. Kendi to the basket. Tough shot, great defense by Simonovic. Kendi picks up the loose ball, shot clock at 5. Kendi lets fly, it's off the mark. Is the foul on Simonovic? It is. And Simonovic breaks a cardinal rule, never foul a three-point shooter.
That's correct. Yeah, you do not want to commit a foul in the act of shooting. But earlier I saw that off camera. I saw Djordjevic got on Simonovic. He does not want to give Kendi any open looks. So Simonovic wanted to get a hand up there. He's just a little overly aggressive.
Kendi misses the first free throw. Banamel Kendi, he's 23 years old. Takes the second. This is the first competitive international between these two teams. First times they've met. Egypt giving a good account of themselves. Kendi makes the 2 of 3. He's replaced by Abu Elaine. Markovic in for Serbia. So both coaches using pretty much everybody on their roster here in the opening game. These players get minutes under their legs. Bogdanovic, Kovacevic. I think Kovacevic was going to pass to Simonovic. He went back door. The pass accidentally ended up in the hands of Markovic. So this is the second personal foul on Elgamel, but it's team fouls for Egypt. So Stefan Markovic goes to the line. Markovic plays his professional basketball in Spain. With Valencia for a couple of years. John, did you see him when he was in the ACB?
I certainly did. He's characteristically such a tough defender. He's got great size at the point guard position, just hounds the opposing point guards to bring the ball before. Tough player. Enjoy watching him play.
And right on cue, he's been extending the defense up the floor pretty much on his own all day. Gamel comes into Bercevic. Once again, it's almost 10 seconds off the shot clock by the time the Egyptians get into their set. El Gamel lets fly with a three, draws front rim. Bercevic skies for the rebound. Again, just one trip for the Egyptians. Krstic is fouled from behind by Labe. Foul from behind.
Krstic is so good at getting position. Getting that position is very difficult. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense, especially if there's single coverage. You typically will not go. You typically will post very directly underneath the basket. And he's a big target.
Krstic has appeared 86 times in competitive internationals for his country. You and I have been talking a lot, haven't we, John, about the ability of players to answer the bell for their countries in the summer. And Krstic has been a faithful servant to the Serbians.
He's been a productive member also.
El Sabah now in for El Gamel. Here's Haitham Kamal, top of the key. Waiting for the play to develop. Markovic breaks up the hand up. And Elanane, nothing else to do but call his own number, and that shot's off the mark. And that's really effectively almost a turnover, John. It's a missed shot, but terrific defense by the Serbians.
There was no chance for an offensive rebound as the shot did not even hit the rim. But nobody was in position either to go for the offensive rebound.
Krstic really wants the ball in the low post, gets it, spins, lays it up and in. It just wouldn't drop for him, but there's Bercevic with the put in. And for a big player, Krstic has good quick feet.
Krstic earlier in his career really stood out for his shooting ability from mid-range, but he's developed that inside. Since he came back to Europe, he's really developed inside game.
El Sabah goes at Krstic on the dribble, high teardrop shot, no good. There's a long rebound to Markovic, picks it up. Great patience by Markovic. Bercevic, his finger roll just rolled out. And that shot off the mark, and all credit to Bercevic, who missed the layup on one end and came back at the rebound on the other. Loose ball, this foul will go against El Sabah, but great hustle by Bercevic. Well, it's a comfortable lead here for Serbia. They have a 24-point difference as both teams go to their benches. We'll take a break here from Granada. This is FIBA World Cup 2014. There's a graphic which shows you some of the players you're going to see here at the top international competition in basketball in the world. We're inside the huddle of Egypt. Egypt, John, just 5 for 22 from behind the rainbow. That's usually a feature of their game, and for them to win games, especially to cause upsets, they need to make those shots from distance.
Well, they haven't. Serbia hasn't allowed them to get those open looks that they're accustomed to. They've rushed their shots, both inside around the basket and from the perimeter. And you've mentioned several times, Serbia's done a great job of, pressuring the ball full court, and Egypt's left with very little time to attack the ball, to attack. They've typically 12 seconds left in the shot clock when they get the ball across.
Marko Simonovic steps to the charity stripe. Simonovic from Pristina, Kosovo originally. Played his club basketball for Red Star Belgrade last season. Shot just draws the front of the rim. El Sabah, that's the point for Egypt. Gennady off the screen. He'll get in the lane, throw up a runner, no good. And Ratko Katic in the game for the first time for the Serbians. Bogdanovic, oh, he had it in flow. I thought he was going to pull the trigger on that, John. And puts it on the deck. And a terrific pass, so he can't fault him for not pulling the trigger on the three.
A nice pass, and again, great ball movement. Great cut by Simonovic to come up with that backdoor layup.
Gennady moves it on to El Sabah. El Sabah with the mismatch now with Katic. He'll snap a pass to Gennady. Good execution by the Egyptians, and they're rewarded with a basket. Gennady knocks down the open three.
How many times have we seen when they have an open shot, they're usually going to convert on those plays. They're very accurate when they have time and space to look at the basket.
Timely three for the Egyptians as we bring the third quarter to a close. Bogdanovic off of Kacic's screen. Katic establishes post in the short corner. Ratko Katic with a little move inside, and the baby jump shot is good.
That's another big body Serbia has on their bench. We see him, he's effective using his body near the rim.
10 seconds to play here in the third quarter. El Sabah to the trailer. That's nice execution by the Egyptians. El Sabah penetrates and passes backwards to a trailer. Good vision by El Sabah. And it's Maccabi who's going to step to the line for two shots.
We see Maccabi go to the offensive boards aggressively. We've seen him on the perimeter not quite as effective, but when he's going to the basket, he's been most effective so far tonight.
Maccabi shot hard off the back of the rim. Like most of the Egyptian players, plays domestically in Egypt for the Al Zamalek club. Makes one of two. So 6 seconds for the Serbians to respond. Markovic at speed. Markovic just pass to Kalinic. Kalinic fading away. Oh, it rims out. Well, I can tell you right now, Kalinic would be telling all his teammates about that if he dropped it. Instead, it just wouldn't fall for him. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, Serbia with a commanding lead against the Egyptians. It's 68-43 in game day 1 here at FIBA World Cup 2014. Battle of the boards now, John. Serbia really starting to assert themselves. I think the last time we highlighted it was just a +4 differential. Now it's +14.
We see Serbia's just wearing Egypt down. We continue to increase their lead. And it's been a point of emphasis. Coach Djordjevic wants that ball inside. They're getting high percentage looks. If they're missing, they've got the position to get the rebounds.
As Coach Djordjevic, and at this stage, John, would you say he's pleased with his team's effort with 3 quarters in the book?
I think he's got to be pleased. This is the first day. Everybody's been able to see action. Everybody saw action in the first half. Katic got in the game in the third quarter. So everybody's actually done pretty well, I think. You've seen everybody's been able to contribute. Teams played very unselfishly. I think their trademark, Serbia wants to keep that pressure defense, and they've been able to do that.
Get a look at some English from the Egyptian coach, Adam Abu Al-Kahen, who can be pleased with his team at times. They've shown some flashes of good execution and made some open shots.
No doubt, these players have some skills, and we've seen them very accurate when they have some space and time. They're good shooters. I'm impressed with their passing ability. They've had trouble against the pressure defense from Serbia, but they have some passing ability. They move the ball well. We just have struggled against Serbia's length. They've been at a height disadvantage almost every position.
So we commence the 4th and final quarter here in the opening game on game day 1 in Group A. Egypt with the first possession. El Sabah at the point. Go off the horn set. El Sabah trying to find a pass. Yusuf Shusha, he gets in the lane. He can't find someone to pass it to. So with 4 seconds on the shot clock, ball last touch by a Serbian hand. You look at Vladimir Stimac, who's saying, hey coach, I'm ready, get me in. Real feel-good game for the Serbians as they open this tournament. Shusha gets in the lane, couldn't convert. Tough work inside, and now the Egyptians with a couple of offensive rebounds. Makawi with 1, and ultimately Makawi commits the foul.
I like Shusha's shot fake there. He was able to get his defender up off balance, was able to take the ball to the basket, wasn't able to finish. There was some contact and traffic inside.
Yeah, it was a good hard-nosed move, wouldn't it? Just couldn't get it to fall. So Serbia now with their first possession. Katic handed off to Bogdanovic, moves it quickly. Good fluency by the Serbs. Katic. That was a pass to nobody. Egypt now, they get some fast break points. Coast to coast, the layup is good! Well, terrific coast-to-coast play by Mustafa Makawi. He stole the pass and took it the distance. There's a promising bit of play for the Egyptians. Here it is. Here's the big fella in the open court. Strong to the basket. Strong hands and finishes.
Yeah, kept it in his right hand the whole way. He's very effective around the basket, aggressive player. You've seen him on the offensive boards. Whenever he can get near the basket, he's been able to do some damage.
There's a nickname on the team, which is Kijo. He looked like Cujo, the possessed dog on that one. He has one thought in his mind. He was going to the rack. Here's Markovic. Good screen and roll with Katic. Vrcevic, little jump hook, no good. Shusha skies for the rebound. El Sabah comes back to get it. Good hedge by Vrcevic. Got terrific defense again by Serbia to pass off the mark. Got a new man coming in the game for Egypt. This is Saif Samir. See the number 13, Mustafa Makawi, takes a seat on the bench. Good work. El Gamel comes in for Egypt as well. Stefan Jovic with the ball for Serbia. Vrcevic took a long look at a 3 and threads it.
Nothing but net by Vrcevic. Took his time. We've seen him shoot from the perimeter.
That was a case of he was looking to throw a pass, nobody open, so he said, I'll throw it up. Shusha, crossover dribble on Katic. Shusha, another strong move. And a tip in, up and good by Kowal. Again, another strong drive, John, by Yusuf Shusha.
I like what we've seen from him.
Bogdanovic tries to feather a patch inside to Vrcevic, no good. There's Shusha in the open court. There's the foul to stop the transition by Nikola Kalinic.
Shusha, 21 years old. We see some young players from Egypt. They look like they have some bright futures. It's a balance of some veterans with some young players. Very good chemistry in this team. They've been together. This group's been together for a couple seasons already.
Went to the William Jones Cup in Taiwan early this year as part of their preparation, so they've been on the road for a long time. Shusha. Back it out, try and break down Bjelica, and he does. Shusha draws the foul. Another positive bit of play by Yusuf Shusha.
Yeah, this time he was able to draw the foul. We've seen him go. He's taking the ball aggressively to the basket.
Shusha from Alexandria, Egypt originally. Represented this country in 2011 at the Under-19 World Championships in Riga, Latvia. We should say, John, that Egypt playing without arguably their best player, Austin Morai, who was injured. Was with them during the African Championships last summer, but not available due to his injury here at the World Cup. Bjelica catches, pulls the trigger across the back of the rim. Last touch by an Egyptian hand, so inline ball for Serbia. Saif Samir, the number 4 for Egypt in the game.
Kalinic cuts to the basket, lays it up and in, a hard-nosed move.
Drew the contact, finished it.
No Sabah. It's the entry pass. Here's Ibrahim El Gamel in the game for Egypt. El Gamel with 8 points to his name. Oh, tough pass. Kalinic rotates over from the weak side. Good vision by El Gamel, just a tough pass to complete.
That's good. It's good defense by the Serbian team, able to rotate from the weak side. I like that pass also.
This is Stefan Jovic. Gonna bring it in for Serbia. Johnny's earning his first ever competitive cap for Serbia. Comes here in Spain at the World Cup, so quite a day for young Stefan Jovic. And I've given him the commentator's curse. He's just turned it over.
No, but he's played well. I'd like him on the defensive end also. He's played well, playing unselfishly. You see him miss on that pass, but he's given a good contribution so far.
Nathan Kowal, El Gamel. Now, El Gamel picked up his dribble early, tried to go inside. Safe Samir, his shot no good. Good work on the backboards by Haitham Kamal. Ultimately, Serbia end up with the ball. Bogdanovic been very much a facilitator today, hasn't he? He can fill it up.
Nice pass there.
Katic finishes off a terrific feed by Nemanja Bjelica. Katic will go to the line for his and one. Foul on Shusha. There's the pass by Bjelica, and it's his length, John, which gives him the vision from the perimeter. Bjelica.
And his ball handling skills, handles the ball very well, especially for his size.
This is Haitham Kowal coming out for Egypt. He's replaced by Rami Ibrahim and Katic. This is the free throw. Katic looks like he's not quite moving 100% fit, John. Is he carrying injury? I don't know.
Well, he's an aggressive player. He likes to bang. You see him tape, the shoulders tape.
Nice vision again by El Gamel. Shusha couldn't convert, but Samir is safe. Does.
Safes another 21-year-old for Egypt. He's able to finish on that rebound follow.
Good hustle by Jovic. Pass ahead to El Gamel. Can he finish in transition? He can. El Gamel with double digits. He's got 10 points as he bisected Teodosic and Bjelica. Egypt down by 22 points. Teodosic, all kinds of space. Thank you very much. You can't leave him alone.
That's too easy for Milos. He's got such great range on his shot. You cannot give him any space at all.
Save Samir. Trying to hand it to El Gamel. Instead, he hands it to Jovic. Jovic avoids the foul. Oh, a lovely bounce pass to Bjelica. John, the bounce pass is the scoring pass.
Thread the needle, and Bjelica finished the reverse layup with his left hand. Nice move.
Bounce pass, a lost art sometimes, but that's a great demonstration of it. Jovic with the foul, his second. Save Samir, checks out for Egypt. Made a positive contribution, got a bucket to his name. There's the pass by Jovic. This is when I should have mentioned it was his first cap. I gave it to him a little too early. Serbia staying in man-to-man defense. They played man the whole game. Ibrahim spins in the lane. Tough shot.
That shot went back left. We've seen him. He's usually trying to finish with his right hand. This time he spun back left. Was able to finish with his left.
Ibrahim with 6 points and 4 fouls. Jovic. Another bounce pass from Stimac. But the foul on Yusuf Shusha. That's his third personal, Shusha's.
You see Stimac sending some big screens and rolling hard to the basket.
Inline ball for the Serbs. Just over 4 minutes to play here in the opening game. Group A. Kalinich powers it up. Good English on it, just couldn't convert. El Gamel start proceedings here for Egypt. Gendi. Ibrahim. El Gamel slashes to the basket. Nice curl cut by El Gamel, and then finishes with a 2. We'll take a timeout here again. It's Serbia 80, Egypt 57. As you see, El Gamel's finish to send the team to their benches. This is the FIBA World Cup 2014. So there's an assist to turnover ratio 13 to 12. Not great for Egypt. Much better for Serbia. Did any of your coaches, John, when you're playing, set a target for turnovers as a team?
0 was the target. They do not. Coaches do not like turnovers. You know, you want to be aggressive, but you want to limit the turnovers. So important. You don't want to give up. Game's too short. We're talking about a 40-minute game. Each possession is so important. You don't want to give your opponent the advantage by turning the ball over. So we always try to answer your question realistically, you always want to be under 10 under 10.
Look at the bench of 2 guys who have the ball in their hands a lot. Markovic on the right, Bogdanovic on the left. Certainly those guards don't like having turnovers next to their name. Point for Serbia, Stefan Jovic. Pass intended, oh my goodness. I cursed him again, John. Turned it over again. And look at that look by Coach Djordjevic. He looks like a drill instructor.
Well, he was a point guard, very good point guard himself. And he knows you do not want to throw an overhand pass like that from the perimeter.
El Gendi. Ibrahim. He's got a nice hesitation dribble. Goes with the right hand, can convert. I like that, John. Usually you tell people to go with the left, but you get it up quicker with the right hand, don't you?
His left hand, it might have been blocked if he goes up with his left here. Got it underneath the defense there. Snuck it in underneath the outstretched arm. Kalinich was able to get it through, was just not quite enough.
Have you been impressed with what you see from El Gamel as a player?
Yes, I think he's really suffered against the height, the tall defenders from Serbia, but he's been able to get some decent looks. I like El Gamel.
Extra pass to Jovic in the corner. Oh, strong move to the rack. Jovic. Wow, you did sing his praises earlier, John. I can see what you mean. That's an athletic move by Stefan Jovic.
Just an aggressive player. You like to see that, especially from a young guy. No fear, going hard to the basket. Wasn't able to convert, but he drew the foul.
And it's Rami Ibrahim's 5th foul. This is Ibrahim's Achilles heel. He'll step out with 6 points to his name. See Coach Djordjevic having a word with Nikola Kalinich. Djordjevic misses the first free throw.
He's talking about defense there. Keep the guy in front of you. You want to contain those penetrations.
Jovic makes the 2nd free throw, and he's replaced by Simonovic. There's El Gamel. It's a real feel-good victory, I think, barring miraculous turnaround here, John, for Serbia. Everybody gets minutes. Just looking up to see if they've all scored. Shot no good by Gendi. And yes, sure enough, all of the Serbians have scored. Belic's pass off the mark. And that'll draw the ire of Coach Djordjevic. Right idea, just pass off the mark. Foul here on Miloš Teodosic for Serbia. He's going to send Elgamel to the free throw line. No, it's Gendi. Nope, beg your pardon, it's third time lucky. It's Yusuf Shusha. There it is. Been a strong, hard-nosed player going to the basket today, has Shusha.
This is a great experience for the young Egyptian players. Play on this stage, play against these players. Something they're going to remember and draw on as they continue to develop.
Yes, another level for them, isn't it? You know, as I mentioned, they qualified to be here by finishing second in the African Championships last summer, but they actually had a losing record, a 3-4 record with a silver medal. Good hustle. Let's pat the Egyptians on the back, John. You're down 23 points, and still you put your jersey on the deck here after the loose ball. Both Haitham Kamal and Elgamel getting in there.
Yeah, and what I like, we're sitting right directly behind the Egyptian bench, and they're up, they're active, they're applauding, encouraging their teammates.
And he commits a foul and sportingly apologizes to Teodosic.
Again, you see good effort, pressuring the ball. It's far from the basket. They're going out there.
Gendi with the foul, and here's Miloš Teodosic. Teodosic with over 80 appearances for his country. He was not at practice yesterday in the shoot-around, so it's great to see that he's fit to play. Getting love from the rim. Stimats had it momentarily. Bjelica picks up with it. Under 2 to play here in the opening game. Game day 1, Group A in FIBA World Cup 2014. Pass. Just good anticipation by Shusha. Deflects it. Gendi easy too as he goes right to the basket. Transition, lays it up and in. Teodosic with another turnover next to his name. Teodosic. Bjelica finds Simonovic wide open. That shot's off the mark. Gendi with the rebound to Elgamel. Gendi took a long look at a 3. He thought about it, didn't he?
He did what he likes to do, and that's put the ball on the floor. Usually going to his left. He's effective. He's able to get past his defenders most of the time. He picks up a foul there.
Now, is that something that you want to do, John, defensively? Assess what the guy you're guarding tries to do, what his tendencies are, what he likes to do?
Without a doubt, you want to take away the strength if possible. If you're guarding Gendi, you probably want to get on his left hand, shade him the other direction. That's easier said than done most of the time, but if you can do it, you want to take away his left. Definitely, he's effective with the ball in his hands. You've seen him also pass off of those drives.
Gendi makes the second free throw. As we approach the 1-minute mark here in Granada. Teodosic in no hurry. This is the screen for Stimats. Teodosic picks up his dribble, had the mismatch. Instead decides to shoot a 3. When you can shoot it like that, why not?
That's right, and we've seen him time and time again. If he has the time and space, he's dangerous. He's going to hit that shot.
I tell you, John, Teodosic with 12 points. He's the second leading scorer for Serbia, having played sparingly, really. Shusha, the window is open. A little bezo, they call it a kiss in Spanish.
That's right.
That's my Spanish, John. Listen, don't lose me at dinner. I'm going to need you to order. Shusha trying to break up the handoff with Teodosic. Stimats. Egyptians still playing hard. All credit to them. And they cause a turnover. And that's terrific to see. 16 seconds left. The Egyptians still playing hard. The coaching staff for Egypt wants to call a timeout. So with the score 82-64 and 16 seconds to play, we'll look at Teodosic's thread to 3, and we'll take a break from Granada. So, John, maybe just talk the viewers through this. The game is certainly Serbia going to win this. 16 seconds left. The Egyptians call a timeout. What's the coach's mindset here?
Well, they want to run and play here. They want to, you know, they've got a game tomorrow, the game the following day. They're still, this is a practice. This is a practice session. We've seen them successful when they're out of bounds plays. They get a chance to run another side out of bounds play. And they have a chance to cut the deficit to under 20 points.
Timeout advances the ball to Egypt's quarter court. Speaking of tomorrow, the Egyptians will play Spain, so it goes from tough to tougher tomorrow.
In the home team in their backyard. Here's El Gamal, 10 on the clock.
Egyptians spread the floor. El Gamal, the circus shot off the mark. Not entirely sure that's the way it was drawn up.
Simonovic, his three off the mark. And that'll bring the game to a close here. Serbia win comfortably, 85-64, as the players will come across and commend each other on a game well played. There's your final score. Serbia win the opening game here in Granada, 85-64 over Egypt. John, this coach Djordjevic will be relatively pleased with what he saw today from his team.
He's got to be pleased because his team played unselfishly. Everybody contributed. I like what I've seen from Serbia today. You've seen them pressure defense, applying the pressure defense, getting on the fast break. Shot very well. They shot very well from both 2 points and from 3 points. That's because of their unselfish passing.
Speaking of shooting well, it's Milos Teodosic who finished with 15 points, a quiet leading scorer for the Serbians, and there it is, Teodosic with 15. El Gamal leads all categories for Egypt. The first time you've seen him play live, you like his game?
I like his game. I thought he did very well. And Serbia put a lot of pressure on him also.
An easy day at the office for Ibrahim El Gamal.
We didn't see Raduljica in the second half. He had 13 points at halftime and then rested for the second half.
Yeah, of course, Coach Djordjevic really managed the minutes very well. Raduljica only played 14 minutes in the entire game, but he did a lot of work in that 14 minutes. 13 points, 6 rebounds.
And there is I don't think they have that quite right. Top rebound on that graphic isn't right. Well, maybe it is. I beg your pardon. There's Raduljica with 6 rebounds and Brčević with 9 for the Serbians. Nobody with a double-double. Well, we'll bring it to a close. Stay with us for continuing coverage from Granada.
No, you're doing great. Just gonna get the timing so when it goes. Just, you don't ever hear saying you got 15 seconds, 10 seconds, so you gotta play by ear. Man, I got a press conference. I'll see you later.
Todo esto que acabo de leer no son palabras mías, son mensajes de nuestra juvenil y grupo de